Welcome back once again to our message from our divine compassionate guides. My name is Julianne Duffy, and my purpose is to live, speak, and seek the truth in all forms to help reconnect humanity to the highest forms of authenticity. Thank you so much for joining me. My purpose here is to help heal and serve every single person that comes across this message and inspire you for your day. Please, if you have not already, I don't ask for it enough, do like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date with all of the messages. Today, I am pulling from the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Let's find out what our guides have for us. I remember our soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. The golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. And that last part of our message, baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Quite interesting. We've had the intuition come up. We've been guided already this week that is very important that we follow it. So I think that's interesting that has come back up. What the message is, I feel like there's a lot that's pretty obvious. It's time for us to remember that we came as divine beings. And just like yesterday's message, that we are here to bring this light and be the light for others, remembering our destiny life, not our fated life, our soul plan, and what our purpose is. And part of that is protecting not only ourselves and our inner child, and being tender and becoming aware of our own gifts, but also protecting the children. In Canada, there is a huge attack on our children, a huge attack by the system at play that wants to mutilate the children. And anybody who speaks up is being called very horrible names if you believe in parental rights. And the fact that the best comment I actually read was, I do not believe in spaying and neutering children. If the mainstream media is telling you that any of these things are reversible, they are straight up lying to you and you are not hearing a professional. It is not reversible when you start them down the road of changing their gender. We need to come back to remembering that we need to protect the children. And whatever they identify with, that's fine. But we don't want life-altering changes. They can do that when they become an adult. And we have to remember that they are innocent and they're being dragged through the lies that are happening. But we need to remember too that there is baby steps that are going to be taken as we go through this. And we're going to have to trust our intuition. We're going to have to trust it greatly, our intuition. And it may not fully make sense as we're taking these steps, but we're trusting that we are doing it because we're going for our destined life versus our fated life. And part of that is that we are here to protect the inner child, the innocent, and the golden children. I feel like the cult around us knows our children are extremely powerful and they want to disconnect them and ruin them. And it's unfortunately not even a joke. It's not safe for our children. Many of these systems, especially if you're in Canada, it's not safe for our children. They want to mutilate our children, and then they call you a bigot, a racist, that you're intolerant if you don't want to do that to a child. It's absolute insanity. So we have to trust that our intuition is guiding us. So even if we might be hearing completely the opposite, being screamed at us from the media, from these loud voices, which are the minority, it is not the majority that want any of this. The minority want to come back to normal, traditional values. And that is the truth. We accept that people are who they are, and you can do whatever you want as an adult and take your fated or destined life when you're an adult. But until then, it is our duty as divine beings, as adults, as being these spiritual leaders, to trust our intuition and help guide the new generation. They need our help desperately, especially if you are in one of the Western cultures. There's a huge attack on it. So that's our message. Remember, there is a fated life and a destined life. And do you want to be fated? Fated is where you're really trying to push and do what you want to do. It may not be your soul plan and it may not be your destiny. And it's going to be hard to do that. But if you're trusting your intuition and you're protecting what is valuable, and it could be children, it's rare gifts, all the innocence that is there, it's going to make sense. But the action has to start, and it will make sense in the outcome. So that is our message for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.